We're in Charles City, and I'm right across from Berkeley. I'm right between Richmond and Williamsburg in Charles City. This old house was the Ugly Duckling, and nobody wanted it, and it had been up for sale for a long time, and 3 years. I didn't know any history about it. I didn't know the age, and I figured that if it was worthy of anything, it would have been already on the historic landmark, and it wasn't. And I saw the daughter of the owner, and the first thing she told me, it was haunted. Now, the Amityville Horror had only been heard 3 months, and I didn't think that was a good thing to tell anybody. That didn't prompt you to want to buy this. Lizzie was real, and she died, and she's buried only 2 miles down the road. So if she wanted to haunt, she didn't have very far to come. Throughout the years, her spirit has been seen roaming about the house and looking out of the window. One of the first things that happened is I had some friends to come over because they all thought I was nuts for buying this old house in bad shape and needed fixing up and too much money. I invited them as couples, and the men ended up in the kitchen, and the girls ended up in the dining room. They were all seated around the table, and I'm standing right here. And one of the girls said, "Well, Dot, how do you like living in Charles City?" Because I'm from the east end of town. I lived in Piranha, so it was the suburbs, but not the country. I got ready to say something. One of the other girls says, "Dot, we want to hear all about your ghost, Lizzie." And one of the girls, seated right over there, she looks at all of us girls and she said, "I don't believe it." "You mean to tell me you really believe there's a ghost here? There's no such thing as a ghost." And when she said that, I have a cupboard right over here and a brass plate and a plate holder. And when she said there's no such thing as a ghost, the brass plate flies off the cupboard, hits her on the head, and falls to the floor. Were you talking about 10 scared women? You could have bought us for a dime. So that was actually almost the beginning.
Wrexham Hall, off Centralia in Chesterfield, is a home and wedding house. It also has a long history in the region.
The house was used as a hospital during the war.
It also seems to have a friendly but mischievous guest named Susanna.
From what I understand, her fiance left to go to the war, and she was waiting for him. And I'm not sure, but I think he never came home. I hear noises like bangs, like something will fall. And I'll go downstairs, there's nothing. The TV has cut on by itself. The phone has been answered by itself.
But it doesn't seem to bother Donna.
I keep the TV on. I sleep with the TV on. I don't want to hear any extra noises. I'm not afraid. Like I said, I'm more afraid of the two-legged creatures on the other side of this wall than I am of Susanna.
Things sometimes even seem to disappear and reappear shortly before weddings are held here.
We had a bride that brought in some tapes one time. They had brought it in like a Monday or Tuesday. Their wedding was on a Saturday, but we didn't have anything until that Saturday, so they brought their things in early. And their tapes disappeared, all but Barry Manilow. All of a sudden, the night before the wedding, there's the tapes on another table in the same room. And Barry Manilow, of course, was never touched. So we don't think Susanna likes Barry.